It's midnight and I miss you, just more than I can say. I wish you were here beside me to chase the night away. It's midnight and I'm lonely, and I wonder where you are. Are you thinking of me only, or is there someone in your arms? It was a cold December night in 1973, and Elvis Presley was feeling restless. He had just finished a recording session at Stax Studios in Memphis, where he had laid down 4 songs that would later become hits. The last one was a ballad about a man who can't sleep because he misses his lover, who has left him for another. It was written by Jerry Chestnut and Billy Ed Wheeler. Elvis had a personal connection to this song because he was going through a painful divorce from his wife Priscilla, who had moved out of Graceland with their daughter Lisa Marie earlier that year. Elvis still loved Priscilla, but he couldn't stop his affairs with other women, which had hurt her deeply. He also felt lonely and depressed, and he turned to drugs and food for comfort. He was gaining weight and losing his energy and charisma. He decided to go back to his hotel room, where he hoped to find some peace and quiet. He took a handful of pills to help him relax and sleep, but they only made him more restless. He picked up his guitar and started to play It's Midnight, singing along with his own voice. He felt every word of the song, as if he was talking to Priscilla. He stopped playing and put down his guitar. He looked at the clock and saw that it was almost 1 o'clock. He wondered what Priscilla was doing at that moment. Was she sleeping peacefully in her own bed? Was she with another man? Did she still love him? Did she ever think of him? He felt a surge of emotion and picked up the phone. He dialed her number, hoping that she would answer. He wanted to hear her voice, to tell her that he loved her, to beg her to come back to him. He waited for the ringtone, but there was none. Instead, he heard a recorded message. The number you have dialed is not in service. Please check the number and try again. He hung up the phone and threw it across the room. He felt a wave of anger and frustration wash over him. He cursed himself for being a fool, for losing the best thing that ever happened to him, for ruining his marriage and his life. He wished he could turn back time and make things right, but he knew it was too late. He got up from his bed and walked to the window. He looked at the dark sky and the city lights below. He felt like he was trapped in a nightmare, with no way out. He wished he could escape from his reality, but he knew he couldn't. He sighed and walked back to his bed. He lay down and closed his eyes, hoping to fall asleep and forget everything. But he couldn't sleep. He kept hearing the song in his head, haunting him like a ghost. It's midnight, and I need you. It's midnight, and I love you. It's midnight, and I'm dying without you. He opened his eyes and looked at the clock again. It was still midnight.